Hey guys, it's Jessica from Peace Love Books, and today I'm here with the beginning of a new reading vlog. I don't know if you just heard that, but that was Gigi just groaning behind me. She just laid down, so she had to announce that she was laying down. But I'm here with a reading vlog, and it is one I've had planned for like a month and a half. It's only 3 books, and back when The Strand posted that they were struggling, I wanted to support some other indie bookstores because everyone's struggling, and so I asked on my Instagram people's favorite books that they think I would love, and I saw a little theme and chose 3 fantasy romance books. So I'm reading 3 of your favorite fantasy romances. I ordered these 3 from Love Sweet Arrow. I will link their shop down below. They are an independent romance bookstore. Shipping took like, it got here about 2 weeks after I ordered it, and it took me like 4 weeks after that to even pick these up. So like people on Twitter mentioned, we complain about indie bookstores taking forever to ship. I don't read anything as soon as I get it, so it doesn't matter that it takes a while to ship. It's fine. It took me a while to pick these up. So I have 3 that I chose from the responses. The first one was Dragonbound, and this one I've started. I guess it's kind of paranormal. I'm only 5 pages in. But it is the first novel in the Elder Races, and I guess it's a paranormal romance. I'm gonna count it as fantasy. It's got dragons. Isn't that fantasy? And there's fae. So she's half human, half weir. She spent her life keeping a low profile among the weir kind and avoiding continuing conflict between them and the dark fae enemies. Interesting. And things happen. I don't want to know any more about that, but I'm starting this one first. And then someone mentioned The Leopard King by Anna Guire. I'm very excited for this. The reviews aren't too great, but this person really liked it who commented. So this one, he's ruled the feline branch of the Animari for hundreds of years, guiding the pride through perilous times. He's exiled and wants nothing more than to die. So I think he has to form an alliance with someone. And that's all I know. Fantasy romances are so hard to understand the synopsis of, just fantasy in general on the back, but look at that cover. I'm excited, and this is independently published, and the next one is too. The next one I totally chose for the cover, and I'm like, I need to read that. It is The Matriarch by Annabelle McInnes, and it's Women of the Dust. Look how gorgeous that is. Someone commented it, I looked at it, and I was like, yes please. This says, her citizens are oppressed, his society is diminishing. In a frantic bid for survival, can their fiery union save their peoples? So I don't know if they need to work together for something, and if they need to like get together. I don't know, but this cover's pretty. I'm excited. This is like unlike anything I've ever read before, and I've never heard of it before. It's almost 400 pages, but I'm gonna read this as well. So those are the 3 books I'm reading for this vlog, and I'm gonna go get reading. Well, I'm gonna go stroll all 4 dogs first because my parents' dogs are over. But then I'm gonna get reading. So I will talk to you when I have an update. So my sister just left for work. They both want in my lap. Normally she gets in first, and then she's like, excuse me, I want in your lap. So she got in there. I'm currently watching Mina's wrap up. I just finished Riley's fantasy video, so now I'm on to Mina. And I was gonna read this and figured I would update you. I'm a little over 100 pages. Hi. Oh, you're so cute. So it's Thursday. I read a lot of this yesterday. I read almost 100 pages yesterday of this, and I'm on page 111. So I started out with like on page 30. So I really read 80 pages. Oh, I never changed my glasses back. I worked out today, and I always change into my tighter glasses so they don't fall off when I'm working out, and I didn't realize I never changed them. But this one's actually really good so far. So I think it's technically paranormal, and I feel like the rest of these are paranormal. So this is really a paranormal reading vlog. But this one, he's like the biggest entity in the paranormal world, and the oldest and like the strongest, and he has a lair because he's a dragon of like his things that he steals. And our main character Pia, so I think it's Pia. She stole from him, so she was blackmailed into stealing from him. So she steals something and like leaves something behind because she didn't want to steal from him, and he ends up tracking her down, and she's hiding in like this fae land, and he's forbidden from going there, but he goes there anyway. There is intense chemistry between them, so I'm really actually enjoying this a lot. I'm excited to continue on. She's got secrets about like what she really is. She can't tell people her real name. She's been around the run since she was born pretty much with her mom, so I'm interested to see how this continues, but I'm very much enjoying it. Hey guys, so it is Friday, and I don't know if there's a glare there. There's Miss Lily. I got home and took the pups on a walk with my sister. It was 60 degrees outside today. Hi. I'm sorry, I'm on your spot. Go ahead. Hey, go ahead. Okay. Anyways, I just announced my historical romance book club with Samantha from Books with Samantha. That update went up. There's the Miss Darcy. That went up today, and that's really exciting. We're gonna read historical romances each. Darcy. every month an old classic, and we're very excited. Historical Hellions is our book club name, but I'm here because I just had Panda Express and it was delicious, and I read more of Dragonbound and it was so good. I was like, this is at least a 4-star read. And then around 180 pages and 90, it really slowed down and nothing's happened in 40 pages. They're just sitting around and talking and like doing things and talking, and there's no progression of the plot at all. It was like so fast paced. The plot's not really going anywhere now, and like they are together and then that's like it. And I'm on page 240. I only have 70 pages left, and so it's definitely not a 5-star read now, and it might go down to 3 if nothing happens. So I'm like, what is gonna happen? There's so much action. They got taken to another like dimension kind of on Earth, and were like attacked by goblins, and the Fae were after them, and now they're just like in his hotel, and they've been there for like 40 pages with nothing happening, and I'm just like, I'm really bored. So we'll see. I'm finishing this tonight, so I'll up to you guys next time when I'm finished with this book. And Miss Darcy just wants to cuddle, so we gotta cuddle and watch the new Grey's Anatomy and finish the Great British Baking Show Holiday Edition. So it's gonna be a fun night. Hey guys, it is a super rainy, overcast day, so I couldn't run outside today. It's Saturday. I did finish Dragonbound last night. It wasn't nearly as entertaining and fast-paced and fun as the beginning was, so I'm gonna give this 3.5 stars. The beginning was just so action-packed. She stole from him, he's after her, she goes to a land where he's forbidden to be there, they kidnap them, then they're kicked out, then they're kidnapped again, and then for the last 100 pages she's just like sitting around in his tower. So it got really boring, and it was very insta-love by that point. Like, they were super into each other, and then all of a sudden, like, because they got saved and she was taken to his tower, they were like together. And I was like, but there's no really more progression. Like, why are you with him? Aren't you a little skeptical of being with him? And I just wanted a little more. I really loved how he was a dragon and he was like the most powerful man in the city, and like it was fun with that. And I liked how there's different territories. I would have loved to explore those more that were like owned by different people, because she was taken to a couple of them throughout the book. Overall 3.5 stars. I enjoyed it, but I wanted more from it, and it's like a 9-book series, so that's gonna be crazy. I'm rounding it up to 4 on Goodreads. It was entertaining. If you want a dragon romance, I would definitely recommend this. And I don't know if I would call it fantasy or paranormal. It's shifters, but like we have different realms. We have fae, we have goblins, so it felt very fantasy, but it also felt paranormal. So I would say this is both. I did end up starting the Leopard King, and I got my lovely Hello Lovely bookmark. This one says pizza is my favorite love triangle, which I love. You guys know how much I'm obsessed with Hello Lovely, but this one is a shifter romance, and I felt like we were really dropped in, and I had to check if this was book 1 or not in a series, because I'm like, am I supposed to know all this stuff yet? I'm very confused. But he lost his mate, and he is like the Leopard King, like, of them, when I don't even know like what them is. We haven't even been introduced to any of that. It drops us in, and she is sent to like bring him back, and he's been gone for like 2 years because he lost his mate, which was her best friend, and they're gonna end up together, her and her best friend's dead best friend's mate. She's sent to like bring him back because they need him. I don't know who needs him. I don't know like why they need him, what any of that is. I don't really even know like about their shifting, because apparently she can't shift, and I don't know why. I don't know. There's a lot in this world I'm still very confused on. I'm only 30 pages in, but I feel like we should have gotten a little bit of background before all of this was jumped in. But she's like trying to get him to bring it back, and so they make a deal, like if she can shift, like he'll be her mate. Okay, so she's trying to shift and force a shift to happen, and so there is cutting in here because she knows like pain will, or like some intense emotion can spur a change. So that happened. I was very surprised by that. But so she's been doing like crazy things to try to make the shift happen in her, and it hasn't yet, so we'll see if it does. There's a little bit of a like, ooh, we kind of like each other moment that kind of freaked him out, so we'll see where that goes. But I'm gonna read more today. I'm excited to continue this. It's got a 3.6 rating on Goodreads, so it's not that great, but I'm excited to try it out. I like some shifter stuff, and I haven't read a lot. Whoa, she demanded my lap, so I had to move for her. Look how cute Lily's over there. Okay. Hey everyone, it is Sunday, and I've just been lounging today. I got a lot of stuff done. I filmed a video. I got to work out today because it wasn't raining like it was yesterday. I've got Miss Darcy in my lap. We're about to watch a movie, but I am on page 180 of the Leopard King. What? It's okay so far. I think there needs a lot more done with the world building. I'm still very confused about who all the people are, because they have like people coming to have peace conversations with them, but then someone is a bad guy and they figured out something bad was happening with someone, and I don't understand any of their history together. So I feel like there's a lot of world building that was just not happening in the beginning of this book, so I'm really confused about really anything in the dynamics of how their societies work. How are they different races? I don't even know like what kind of being these other things are, because they are cat shifters, so they're different kind of like species of cats, but I don't know. They talked about bear shifters and wolf shifters at one point, but I don't know who these other people are, and I'm just very confused. The roommate's good because he still feels like he's betraying his old wife because he's with her best friend, and she feels like she'll never be able to replace her, and she doesn't want to replace her. She doesn't want to be a replacement or like second best or her shadow, because she's always been her best friend's shadow kind of thing. So the romance is very angsty, and I am enjoying it, but fantasy wise, paranormal building wise, I'm not that impressed, but we'll see what happens because they figured something bad out about someone, so they're gonna see what's going on. But I feel like there's a lot of like dead space in here of them just like going and hanging out together, which I don't enjoy. I feel very bored during those parts. I want more action and just more things to move the story along instead of things that make the story more stagnant and like not moving. So we'll see. I'm hopefully gonna finish this tonight and then start the one I'm really excited for tomorrow, because I'm obsessed with that cover and I want to see if it's as good as what the book is. But I'm enjoying the romance, but not the world building. So we'll see what happens next. Hey guys, it is Tuesday and I finally finished The Leopard King by Anna Guire, and yesterday was a hot mess. I overslept and I woke up at 6:12 and I'm normally out the door at 6:25. So I ended up leaving around like 6:32, which is fine. I still got there before like half the teachers got to school. I like to get there early. I can't just like show up and teach. So I got to school on time, but I got ready in literally 15 minutes. So yesterday was a bit stressful, but I finished this and I'm giving it, I think, 2.5 stars. The author acted, I don't know, it felt like she did not know how to, what do you do, boo? You okay? The author acted like she didn't even know how to write a fantasy because the world building was awful. I still didn't understand anything. There was this quick like, oh, do you remember the history of our people, talking to these kids, and like, oh yeah, this happened in like a paragraph, and like I think that was supposed to be like our world building of their history. I didn't like that. And most of the battles and fight scenes in here happened off page, so everything was telling, and I didn't really feel any kind of intensity or tension with anything that was happening, and it kind of just ends. And I'm like, but what happened with this and this? And I'm like, the last 20 pages are like steamy scenes and them talking, and that's it. And I'm just like, why do we have to, this doesn't matter, this isn't moving the plot anywhere, their relationship's already defined. Like I don't get, the last 20 pages were pointless. And there was, the fantasy paranormal wise, it was like not great. I still don't understand this world whatsoever. I don't understand the history of anything that happened. I don't even understand what's capable in this world. I don't know. The romance was really good. I liked the angst and how they liked each other, but he was still grieving over her best friend who he was originally with, and they like kind of didn't know if they really liked each other or they were just together to be together because she like made a deal. I don't even understand, like she made a deal with him that if she shifted, he would marry her. And they got married, but they didn't have like any ceremony or anything. Someone just was like, oh well, hey, wife. And she's like, yeah. It's like, okay, now they're married. So I don't know, there was a lot missing in here. Romance wise, good, but like building up wise with the whole world and every other aspect of the plot, I wasn't a fan of. I was bored. Nothing felt connected. I still don't understand who the bad guys are and who the good guys are and what happened and why it happened. There was like an explosion and we don't even know who did it still, and I'm like, what is the point of this book if like nothing was wrapped up and nothing was explained well? So unfortunately this was a miss, but I am going to be starting The Matriarch and I'm so excited for this. It's so pretty and I think it's going to be really good. I hope it's really good, because so far I've had what, a 3.5 star read and a 2.5 star read, so banking on this being 5 star hopefully, or else I feel really bad about this vlog. But look how pretty that cover is. I'm probably gonna post this on my Instagram soon because I took a picture. It's super pretty. But I'm gonna go get reading this and I'll up to you guys when I have something to say. You're so cute. You're so cute. Thank you. Hi, so it is currently Thursday. It's been a while since I've updated you, but I've already finished a book for a different vlog I'm doing that's going out after this one. But I'm about 150 pages into The Matriarch, and it's very sci-fi-y, not paranormal, but like sci-fi fantasy. So it's kind of post-apocalyptic, but I don't know what happened. But there's a bunch of different, it kind of reminds me of Mad Max in a way, because it's like super dry. They don't have a lot of water. There's different groups of people, and our main character, Yolanda, I think is her name. Yes, she is part of the matriarchs, and she is the matriarch, and that means like she's like the queen basically, and it's a group of women who all live together, and they hate men, and they've been at war with a bunch of different nations, and the worst one, oh, they don't have water. I don't know if I said that, but they don't have a lot of water at all, or food or anything. And so they've been at war with this one nation, and the son of the leader ends up like cutting his head off, and now he's like working with her, and there's gonna be like a romance between them, which that's all in the back of the book, but that's like all that's happened so far. So I feel like it's very slow moving, so I'll see what else happens. There's a lot of like thinking in here, and I don't necessarily like books that have a lot of the characters just sitting around thinking about things. We'll see how it goes. Like, it's not bad, but it's definitely taking a while to pick up. So they're both on their way somewhere to work together. I don't know where it's gonna go, but we'll see. Hey guys, I'm here to update you on the last book for this reading vlog. So this is the last clip I have, and I finished The Matriarch, and I'm giving it 3 stars. I feel really bad. I'm like, should I even put this video up because I didn't like any of the books I read? Let me know if that bothers you, that this entire vlog I didn't like any of the books, if I should scrap these videos when that happens, because like, what's the point now? You saw I didn't like these books. This one was a lot of nothing that happened in 400 pages, and so literally they did like 3 things in 400 pages. It's a lot of just talk and like reiterating things and her thinking, and I don't like that in any of my books. And so especially in fantasy, more should have happened. It didn't. There was a lot that was not wrapped up, a lot that just happened, and they just went places, and nothing was actually like shown how it happened. They just went from place to place, and then something happened and they're like, oh well, we need to fix this, and then they didn't really, but then it was fixed, and I was very confused. And so she ended up getting together with this guy who had killed his dad, and he is gonna be her patriarch, I guess. Like, they're in love now, and I'm like, I didn't even see you guys falling in love. So I didn't like the romance, and there was just a lot of thinking. Like, that was the writing of this, so I didn't like the writing style. I didn't like the choices the author made. This had so much potential. It kind of reminded me like Mad Max. There was no water, it was all dry. There was like a team of women. It was just like their community of women, and they didn't trust men. And then she meets this man, and there's secrets behind like who he is, and he had killed his dad, and then that all happened in like the first 100 pages, and then like nothing happened. So kind of disappointed in this. I'm giving it 3 stars, more like a very low 3. I don't know if I should give it 2.5, but more like a 3. Not really impressed with all 3 of these. People recommended them, but they don't have the greatest ratings on Goodreads, so I feel like next time I do this video I need to choose ones that actually also have good ratings, because I know this had a 3.8, which isn't bad, but it's not good. And then the other one, the Leopard King one, had like a 3.5. That was the lowest one. The dragon one had the highest rating, and that's the one I liked the most, was the dragon book. But that's what I have for this video. Very disappointing for this. I don't know what else to tell you. That's it. Sorry, I'll do this video again at some point, but changing how I go about it. So that's all I have. Let me know down below if you read any of these 3, or if you have any other paranormal fantasy romances you think I have to read. Let me know. As always, thank you so much for watching, and have a good day. Bye.